to ask you a series of questions. Yes or no questions. Do you love your current job? Are you currently working in the field you want to work in after college? Have you been working full-time or part-time without any gaps in employment? Do all or at least most of the jobs in your work history relate to the position you're applying to right now? Can you truthfully tell your next employer that you've never been fired? If you answered no to any of those questions, you may not be using the proper resume format. A resume can be a chronological list of the jobs you've had, but it doesn't have to be. The next slide will show you two different types of resume. The chronological resume is the one most people are familiar with. It lists your work experience in reverse chronological order, starting with your most recent job and going to your least recent. It's great for people who have a long, stable work history in one particular field. It's great for people who have advanced in a particular company or particular area. But it's not great for people who have limited work history. It's not great for people who want to transition into a new type of work. It's not great for people who have gaps in their work history or for people who've worked at jobs that don't really relate to what they want to do next. For people like that, and that describes most college students I meet, the functional resume is the best way to go. It's a great choice for people who have limited work history. It's a great choice for people who are going into a new employment field. It's a great choice for people who have periods of unemployment, say when they're going to school full-time, or people who have multiple part-time jobs at the same time. It's organized around areas of competence rather than a chronological list of jobs. So what it does is it allows you to highlight your skills and potentially downplay the exact location of your past jobs. When you go to create a functional resume, you're going to divide your experience into skill sets. And the best way to do that is to use the job posting. Here's an example of a job posting. If I want to write a resume for this job, I'm going to look at this job posting and pick out the skill sets that are important to this employer. I've highlighted them in green. I might divide my resume into areas such as coaching ability, sales ability, liaison building. Here's another one. See if you can pick out the key words that the employer is looking for. Got it? This employer is looking for someone with training skills, needs assessment skills, analytical skills, and computer skills. Also facilitation skills. You may have all those skills even though you haven't worked in the field that this job is posted in. So don't sell yourself short with a chronological resume that may make you look unqualified when you have all those skills. Just use the functional resume. Here's an example. See how Ann Smith has divided her resume into teamwork skills and leadership skills? It's an abbreviated version of a resume so that I could fit it on the PowerPoint slide. But it gives you a good idea of what we're talking about here. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Interesting thing is that this resume came from a former student of mine who actually hadn't done any paid work. But you see, the functional resume still shows what a great person she is and what amazing skills she would bring to any employer who hired her. In my experience, most college students start by creating chronological resumes. However, most college students should use the functional style of resume. The most important reason is because they want to change career fields. They're in college because they're not entirely satisfied with what they're doing now, and they want to go into a new field. The functional resume is an essential tool for anyone who wants to transition from one career area to another. It also has some other benefits, like downplaying limited work experience, gaps in employment, firings. I can't wait to see your resumes. If you have any questions for me or if there's anything I can do to help, as always, give me a call at 917-4556.